So functions of phospholipids, overall functions. So far we have come across glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipids. Okay, so their structures. So we'll talk in detail about the functions of overall functions of phospholipids. Okay, phospholipids, they participate in lipoprotein complex, which are thought to constitute the matrix of cell walls and membranes. Not cell walls, you can say yes, matrix of cell walls in the sense mitochondrial cell wall. Okay, and membranes of myelin sheath. They are very important in formation of cell walls, a matrix of cell walls and cell membranes of myelin sheath. Okay, and what is the role in enzymatic action? Certain enzymes require tightly bound phospholipids for their action. Example, mitochondrial enzyme system involved in oxidative phosphorylation. So if there is deficiency of these phospholipids, mitochondria cannot work properly, and the pathways which are happening in the mitochondria, they cannot do in the right direction, and there is some disturbances in these pathways. Okay, so oxidative phosphorylation mainly involved in ATP production. Okay, and the third point is role in blood coagulation. Phospholipids play a major role in blood coagulation. That means conversion of prothrombin to thrombin, okay, by active factor 10, that is known as trismus factor. Okay, so phospholipid is required for this conversion. Okay, also conversion of prothrombin to thrombin, and also the active factor 10, that is trismus factor, and it is also activating the factors 8. Okay, and also activating the factor 9. So phospholipids, you require activation of prothrombin to thrombin, and also activating the 10th factor, 8th factor and 9th factor. Okay, and lipid absorption. If your diet is rich of phospholipids, okay, lipids will be easily absorbed. Otherwise, there is no absorption of lipids, which simply excreted in the stool. A role in transport, because most of the lipoproteins, they contain phospholipids. Okay, exogenous triacylglycerol. Okay, exogenous means outside triacylglycerol. Whatever the food we are consuming that contains lipids such as triacylglycerol is carried by lipoprotein complex chylomicrons, in which phospholipids takes the active part. That means chylomicron is a lipoprotein which carries the outside triacylglycerol from intestine to liver. There you require chylomicron. So for that, chylomicron again dependent on the phospholipids. Okay, so again role in transport of lipids from liver. So first, whatever the food you are taking, the lipids most majority part of the lipids transported from intestine to liver by portal circulation. From the liver, it has to be distributed to various parts of the body. Okay, so endogenous TG carried from liver to various tissues as lipoprotein complex, that means pre-beta lipoprotein complex, that is VLDL, through VLDL. From exogenous, okay, that means outside triacylglycerol through food, that will be transported from intestine to liver by chylomicron, and the triacylglycerols which are synthesized by the liver, okay, they are known as endogenous triacylglycerols. Okay, that triacylglycerol is supposed to be transported from liver to other parts by VLDL. Okay, and phospholipid is required for formation of lipoprotein complex. Okay, and role in electron transport chain. Phospholipids help to couple oxidation with phosphorylation. So if there is no oxidation with phosphorylation, there is no ATP production. So to maintain the enzyme system in electron transport chain, okay, so these phospholipids play major role. Okay, and lipotropic factors. So lipotropic factors in the sense, the factors which prevents fatty liver, okay, they are known as lipotropic factors, especially lecithin. Lecithin is a phospholipid, it's a type of glycerophospholipid. Okay, this glycerophospholipid, lecithin, prevents the fatty liver. Okay, choline, which is acting as a lipotropic agent, and it can prevent the formation of fatty liver. Fatty liver is excess accumulation of TAG in the liver. If more phospholipid is available, okay, so it forms more lipoproteins like VLDL, and it can transport most of the triacylglycerol from liver to other parts, and hence preventing the fatty liver. So membrane phospholipids, like you have studied in cell membrane formation, right? So there you do require arachidonic acid. So what are the functions of arachidonic acid? When you are limiting the functions of arachidonic acid in insulation, where myelin sheath, okay, neural cells have myelin sheath, okay, so these phospholipids of myelin sheath provide insulation around the nerve fibers. Okay, they are protected. So for any external or internal changes, okay, they are minimized by the insulation. That means phospholipid layer, okay, myelin sheath. Cofactor, phospholipids required as a cofactor for the activity of enzyme lipoprotein lipase and triacylglycerol lipase. Okay, these phospholipids, they do require as a cofactor for digestion of lipoproteins like lipoprotein lipase or triacylglycerol lipase. And dipalmityl lecithin. So just now we have discussed lecithin, okay, palmityl lecithin, dipalmityl lecithin, which is acting as a lung surfactant. Okay, where you get this dipalmityl lecithin? It is found in the lungs, alveoli of lungs. Okay, and what is the main function? The main function of this dipalmityl lecithin is preventing the collapsing of the lungs. Okay, how? By decreasing the surface tension in the alveoli.